tuned into the game,
where evolution is revolution.
Welcome to another long-awaited edition of the Game Recognized Game podcast with RLJ and Kev. I'm KEV, that's RLJ, and we are forever the gentlemen advancing the melanin evolution, where evolution is revolution. Yo, bro, hey man, it's good to see you, man. Like I know we've been kind of out of pocket a little bit, man.
A little bit.
Yeah, but life be lifing, bro.
Hard, big bruh.
Life be lifing, and it don't stop.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Like a bad Diddy song, man. Don't stop. Life don't stop.
You know, at one point, it's one of the things where it's like, all right, cool. When you grow up, you got to handle things as they happen. Not one by one, because that's not how life hands them to you. Life will sometimes hand you 20 things all at once. Think of, the man that can balance plates on a stick and rotate them. You remember seeing in the cartoons back in the day?
Yep.
That's life. You got 13 or 15 sticks, and they all got 20 or some plates just rotating, and you try not to drop them off. And you only got two hands. Life be life. But we are here. I am grateful for the opportunity to be in the space and place with you, my brother. To get this thing rolling again. Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year, man. We've been trying, man, but I ain't gonna lie, yo. I think I need another holiday season, because my holiday season was all trash, man. It was trash from top to bottom, bro.
Mine wasn't a very hallmarky holiday season either, and I did appreciate the opportunity. Respite, right? I got to rest.
God is good, man. I'm happy for you.
But not like I needed to. But it was better than nothing. And so, in all things, give thanks, brother. That's where I am. I am trying to stay in this space of an attitude of gratitude and creating a space and place for life to happen. Even when life be life and outside of what you have planned, I count it all joy, brother. We here.
Hey, man, it builds hope. It builds hope from your tribulations, man. That's what I know. That's what the good book says. So I'm a wholehearted believer in that, man. And just our ability to be resilient. I think that's kind of what I came out of the holiday season and into the new year, with a kind of a newfound strength. But it was kind of scary though, because we were talking before you hit record. I've always been ambitious and goal oriented, but like the last few years have kind of stifled that a little bit, I believe, from my perspective. Just the ability to think about what is to come or what I want my life to be. You know what I mean? Like, before the holidays, man, I was in a long distance relationship that has since ceased. But at the same time, one of the outcomes of said relationship that I had to, I don't know if it was a recommendation or a word of advice or what have you. Well, you got to focus on what makes you happy. And I said, okay, well, if you got to focus on what makes you happy, and so obviously you're telling me that you don't make me happy, or you're insinuating that you don't make me happy, even though I didn't think that was the purpose that I was in this whole thing. I said, what does make me happy? And like really wrestling with that, man, because like people don't make me happy, right? People don't make me happy. Like to say I'm in a relationship that doesn't make me happy. To say like, oh, I was here, it doesn't make me happy. To say, oh, I did this, or I made this accomplishment, or achieved this accomplishment, it doesn't necessarily make me happy. But really what makes me happy is like the joy that I have being engaged and in concert with others in those moments that makes me happy, right? And me being able to really kind of sit with that and try to identify, well, what is it? You know, and then finding out that, oh, certain environments that I thought made me happy, it could have been a situation where, yeah, I'm happy, but I'm only happy with the environment or the table that I have set or the plan that I have engaged in. What I learned was what truly makes me happy is when the effort, the intention, and the commitment to contribute to the table, that makes me happy, right? So if I set the table, then it makes me happy that you lay out the silverware on said table, or I set the table and maybe I prepared the meal for the table, but you provided all of the sides and the condiments and the drinks for the table. Like that's what makes me happy. The fellowship and the camaraderie and the community that any relationship really stands for in my space, right? So, you know, intimate relationship with a beautiful woman, you know, with my son, like one of the things that was kind of dope over Thanksgiving, like I cooked Thanksgiving for my son, man. He asked for it, which I just thought he was tripping, but he asked for it. And I took great pride in letting him know, like, yo, I gets busy in his kitchen, man. I gets busy in this kitchen, man. Most of the time I just choose not to because it's just me. And I don't feel like preparing the meal and doing the dishes. But you know what makes me happy, Brother Jay? If I prepare the meal and somebody else said, well, let me do the dishes. That's what makes me happy. But I think people kind of equate happiness to like finite objects or finite events or finite circumstances. And I don't know, man. It's like, damn, man, I don't think people really know me. I don't think people really know me, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of been on like the spiritual journey, you know, us being light workers and all, man. I just want to see like the light that I try to put out. I just want to see who gonna put that same level of light out on me. And what I've been noticing is that, yo, man, regardless of all of the bullshit that I done been through over the last few years, I don't know, man. For some reason, I just keep the battery pack going. Like I'm resilient. And certain folks just they don't know how either know how to recharge their battery or go out and get new batteries, but they just expect like the same old battery in your flashlight gonna keep on working, and I could bring this raggedy ass flashlight with me at all times, and that's gonna be sufficient, even though the light is getting dark outside, the sun getting low, and your ass is in the dark. And so, man, it's been painful but rewarding at the same time. But I also have my third eye has been wide open. Your third eye probably should be your first eye, but for whatever reason they call it the third eye. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like your intuition and your ability to really see in a different feel in a different vibration and see different frequencies. And they call it your intuition or your soul eye or what have you. But what I'm learning is, man, like, yo, people aren't as developed in that area as I gave them credit to be. Cause like when you adults, right? I'm 40 plus, and it's crazy to me because like, yo, you got 40 plus people talking about, yo, I need to find somebody that's healed, or I'm working on my healing, or I need consistency and this, that, and the third. And you can kind of name out all the shit that you need, but that doesn't equate to what you do. And then you got 40 plus people, 40-year-old plus people, they saying the same shit that somebody that's 30 saying. And the people that's 30, they saying the same shit that somebody's 20 saying. And it's kind of like, yo, I'm looking at it funny style a little bit because it's like, yo, all y'all niggas subscribe to the same TikToker.
Yeah.
And that's me sounding old as fuck right now, bro. That's disclaimer. Members of the village, disclaimer. I'm gonna sound like an old nigga right now, man. I I'm out this joint. I really think like everybody is looking at like the same TikTok shit, and people are like the first to post or reshare some shit that, yeah, it might be cliche and it might resonate, but it ain't provocative, it ain't profound,
Mm.
it ain't deep. I saw the illest meme the other day, man, and the shit just made me laugh, but it brought a lot of insight. The meme said, "Dance like nobody's watching." So yeah, live your life and enjoy it and be vibrant about it. Dance like nobody's watching, but text like everybody will post your shit and reshare it.
That's good. That's good, Doc. That's good.
Yo, this shit was funny, but it was like some old shit. It's like, yeah, man, you supposed to be in this healing space and this vulnerability space and this space that you would hope that all of your work that you've done will bring you closer together, whether it's to God or to your family, to your children, to your significant other. Because no, don't nobody, we ain't designed to go out in this world and just be alone and we could do everything by ourselves. Like, especially with black people, man, we've been designed to be part of a community. It's been that way since the end of time, the beginning of time.
Yep.
And it's gonna be that way. I mean, granted, we can't pick and choose all the time the communities that we're born into, but bro, we are designed to be part and affiliates of this larger community.
Yeah.
That's what make us black, regardless of what continent you on Earth with the F. That's what make us black. That's what make us. That's what gives us our soul. Like you could drop me off in France, and I could find a black establishment that's probably playing some hip hop and some Afro beats and some Caribbean and all of the same. All the people kind of look similar.
Mm-hmm.
They're still bringing like their vibration, their frequency, and their energy to the space, and that's what's identifiable.
Yeah.
But it seems like people now, they're just like, yo, man, yeah, I want consistency and healing and this, that, and the third. And man, you don't know which way is up sometimes. And it's like me calling bullshit with people, but also I'm not trying to turn into a cynic. You know what I mean? I'm trying to hope, have my heart open to the hope. Hope for love, hope for prosperity, hope to manifest the things that I want in my life, hope for my son, hope for like a better tomorrow, hope that we don't end up with another 2020. You know what I'm saying?
Or 21.
Facts. Or 22. Or 20 fucking 3. Yeah, we in 24 now, man. I'm waiting for this shit to reset, man. Cause if it don't reset soon, I think Christ coming back, man. And if you're a Jehovah's Witness, but some of us gonna make it. I ain't a Jehovah's Witness, so I guess I ain't. Like that's the next reset that I'm thinking about, the rapture, my nigga. It's like, yo, B, it's so much shit didn't happen, but it don't seem like people have learned from the last couple of years. You know what I mean?
And that's unfortunate, bro. Like, I was having a conversation with a few people, and I was just hearing how they were, like, interacting and engaging with others. And I asked them, I said, yo, did the pandemic teach you anything? Like, because the conversation was entrenched with, like, privileged and like a lack of appreciation and gratitude and grace for people that are around you, and just things were going back to pre-pandemic. And I'm like, yo, we lost too much to still be the same people. And because we lost, it's impossible for us to go back to who we were 2019. Hell, January 2020. When we said this is going to be the year of clear vision. Like it's really challenging. And I find myself sometimes under personal turmoil when I'm interacting with individuals, because I'm trying to decide, similar to Double Dutch, is this where I jump in or do I jump out? Do I continue to jump, or is this one of the things where I'm just letting the ropes fall and then I go on about my business? Recess is over. right? Because there's going to be some people that you're going to engage with and they get it. They're adapting. They're thinking about, what do I need to do personally to improve this situation? Not what can others do for me so that the situation can become better. And it's sad. It's also sad because during the pandemic, we got to a space where we recognized that, like, we got to pivot. The pandemic caused businesses and organizations and individuals to pivot how they did business.
Pivot, or it's grand opening, grand closing. You saw that, like, you saw people pivot, and then you saw a lot of grand closings, man, because people didn't have the ability to pivot.
And it's sad because I'm now seeing it, right, in my sessions with my clients. I'm seeing the lack of the ability to pivot. I'm seeing, like, they don't have the know-how. People like to stay stuck at the fall, or to play victim during the fall.
Why is that though, brother Jay? Like, real rap, like, because I've encountered that in several very personal relationships that folks don't understand that you have a choice getting unstuck. Folks don't understand that you actually have a choice with, hey man, the shit ain't work out today, I'll try again tomorrow. Like, I have, like, if it, at bare minimum, that's the choice that I have that I can make. That's the decision that I have complete ownership over.
Bro, I don't know if it wasn't instilled in individuals as children. I don't know if their environments never required them to pivot. I don't know if the ability to pivot is a trauma response, right? I don't know. Depending on how people tell you that they recognize that they had the skill or the ability to pivot, I think case by case situation. But, you and I, we had similar undergraduate experiences, right? We had a brief period within our undergraduate time where we learned, we perfected the ability to pivot. There was no other option but to pivot, right? Not a lot of individuals could say that they had that teaching moment per se, right? They didn't.
But bro, I ain't gonna lie, I just thought like everybody had that ability. This is the naive Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yo, if we in the same environment, then shit, I got as much opportunity to pass or fail as you do, or fall and bust my ass and try something or learn something or do something new, and figuring out that it ain't working, and developing that level of resilience and perseverance. Like, honestly, bro, I was talking to somebody about this the other day as far as my son, and like our different upbringings or whatever. And it's like, me and his mom have been kind of talking about, like, damn, yo, we ain't trying to be soft on him, but we also understand, like, he don't have to grow up and have the same kind of parenting that we had when we was coming up, because the parenting that we had when we was coming up, probably our loved ones was doing the best that they could. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nobody was right.
They
or
were
wrong,
raising us for the time in which we were growing up.
Exactly. And so in my case, crack epidemic. Like, yo, you can only play with these friends. You can't go off this block. If I catch you in this neighborhood, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was with a heavy iron fist in terms of like the discipline, right? And so me and my ex-wife, we've been talking about it with our 13-year-old. Like, well, we want to give him the latitude to express himself. We want to give him the flexibility to kind of say, yo, well, you have a set of choices to make. We want to provide you with the skills and the tools to identify the correct choice, with the understanding, like, yo, we gonna still give you unconditional love if you make the wrong choice, but do understand, if you make the wrong choice, we just can't sit back and allow you to just keep making the wrong fucking choice. We your parent.
And I think,
what I'm saying? It's like,
I think that's tough, right? Especially when I look at the current generation. If it's not on a streaming platform or on social media, they have no idea of what's happening. And I had a conversation with someone the other day, and they were telling me about something they were really interested in or passionate about, and how they spent hours researching this. But when it comes to like basic things for life, won't even take the time to utilize the same search mechanisms that they used to search this thing that they were interested in. Won't, like, the know-how to research goes out the window. Now it's, I don't know, and I want you to tell me, or I want you to do this for me. And I'm like, yo, use the same search engine that you just used for over 3 hours looking for things like this and for videos to watch for this. Apply the same principle, but it's.
I'm gonna do you one better, brother Jay. Nah, use the same research skills that your ass used to find receipts to prove a fucking point. Because everybody is in the their take is the truth business these days, and everybody got the ability to research some bullshit to prove that the bullshit they saying is either right or wrong. And most of the time they're leaning on the air and they're erring on the side that is right. So use those same research skills, man. I ain't really mean to be an old nigga again, but I'm just saying, you're like, yo, people got the ability to research the craziest shit, the dumbest shit, the most profound shit, or the shit because my truth, my truth, my truth. All right, well, yeah, you're entitled to your truth, but your truth don't make it a fact.
Just because you repeat it doesn't make it more true.
Correct.
But no, it's a shame, right? I even was in the schools and I was listening to one of my good friends who's a teacher telling me like, yo, I got a fourth grader right now who is performing at the level of a first grader. But where their school is, right, they still operate under No Child Left Behind. I can give them all of these low grades, but they're still going to matriculate to the next. Not because they earned it, but because there's no child left behind. And I'm just like...
Because we don't have space for them.
And he was saying, he was like, I got about 1 or 2 more groups left before I can get back to being a true teacher.
In terms of like the COVID years.
Yeah, like once I got
distance learning.
I got 1 more group to get out. And then he's like, and then I think I can get back to like really teaching.
That's sad, man. That's sad because we suffered the most during COVID when, school systems were doing instructional learning. Either Big Mama was watching you and she didn't understand how to cut on the damn Zoom, or you ain't had the broadband or the Wi-Fi that you needed to do what you needed to do, or the fact that you're 6 years old and you are a boy and you want to be live, man. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
You 6. You don't want to sit at a computer at the dining room table all day. You 6 years old. You supposed to get live and get active and be outside, and you learn by doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was tough, man. And now we're seeing the fruit, if you will, and not all fruit is good fruit, right? We're seeing the fruit that has come from that tree, and it's unfortunate because it's like Jay-Z said, this can't be life, right? There's this sense of reality that's not really reality. The lack of socialization harmed a lot of these children because they weren't around individuals. They didn't know how to interact or engage, and so now you got a group of individuals who what they should have learned in kindergarten and first grade, they're not getting until 5th and 6th grade.
But hell, man, ain't that a lot of adults too, though, man? Like, I'm telling you, man.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. If you ain't got it at home, you at least got it at the schoolhouse.
And this is the crazy part. I ain't ready to really date right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to figure out, like, if I were to try to date, like, what are the mechanisms? And so, of course, I went on my dating app exploration exercise, right, to try to see what was out there. Like, we kind of started off the podcast with me being in that same fucking
damn
space.
Apps. Yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. But now I kind of know better, because when you know better, you do better. And so, like, I've been exploring on Hinge, man, dating app called Hinge, just trying to check it out. And what I see amongst a lot of the women on Hinge, man, a lot of them are saying, yeah, they are healed. They want somebody that's healed. They know what they want. They want consistency. They want vulnerability. They want transparency, X, Y, and Z. And the funniest shit is, it's kind of like, yo, man, are you saying this shit because it's a catchphrase and it make your profile pop a little bit more? Because all your pictures got filters on them. All your pictures is only taken in a certain angle. Some of the women, all they pictures is legit taken in front of the same mirror where they looking down at the camera to get their outfit. And it's like, all right, well, is that really giving off vibe that you want to get to know somebody? Because even in your pictures, you ain't smiling, you ain't looking out. It ain't like it's an engaged photo. You a photographer, man. You know this shit. These motherfuckers is legit looking in the camera at themselves in the mirror. And that's the profile pic that you post. And so to me, it's almost, I don't know, man, it just seems like you talking out of both sides of your mouth because you want transparency and vulnerability. But like the images that you putting out there is for the gram and for TikTok.
What to that point, right? I had to get one of my friends together. I had to gather them real quick. They were saying all of these things that they wanted. And I said, you had that in your last relationship. You wanted transparency until transparency made you uncomfortable and it started to hold you accountable. You wanted a good communicator until you realized you couldn't out-talk, right? Couldn't out-shit no shitter. And now you in the space and you're being forced to communicate. You want all these things, but you're not willing to be all of these things, right? But it sounds good because I need somebody that does X, Y, and Z. Because it sounds like when you say that, you got yourself together. But when you get it, you don't know what to do with it. She was like, well, shit. I thought you was my friend. I am your friend. I'm telling you, sometimes you're the problem. Sometimes you need to be transparent and vulnerable and accountable and be a good communicator. Because all the things you're looking for now that you put in your dating profile, you had with the previous relationship. What you couldn't handle was when it showed up. And you weren't those things. And it called you out. Because no one around you prior to your little circle, your girl circle, was holding you accountable. They were allowing you to stay in this place of mediocrity.
And then when the other person that you hold to the same expectation or level of expectation is doing it and kind of saying, hey, all right, well, this is what you said you wanted. This is what it looked like. This ain't for the gram. This ain't pretty. This is like real shit. That yeah, you got to plan. You got to plan. You got to be engaged. You got to be thoughtful. You got to be intentional. Oh, you got to be empathetic. If you haven't developed the skill of empathy, then you don't know what to do. And then it's kind of like, oh, well, this ain't what I thought. So then you kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And, it becomes very childlike.
Or you try to get back in control of the situation. Well, what I really wanted was, like, I wanted you to be a good communicator like this. It's like, okay, cool. But why will I show up as a good communicator? Who am I going to be a good communicator with if you're not communicating?
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like that's been me kind of going through this phase and trying to find out what makes me happy.
Yeah.
Like, yo, real shit, man. I'm gonna have a list. I'm gonna have a list just like the rest of these brides, man. I'm gonna have a list too. I say, yo, man, if you can't communicate and if it can't go beyond WYD or HBU,
bruh,
nigga, we ain't got nothing to talk about, man. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation. Or if it's a situation, if it can't go beyond like what ain't on the ground, and I ain't saying we gotta have provocative conversations, man. But like my man 3 Stacks once said, yo, I want to talk about time traveling, rhyme javeling, something mind unraveling. How you gonna get down, my G? Like real shit. And maybe that's my age showing a little bit. But it's like, it's but so many TikTok videos I could watch. It's but so many Instagram posts that that are entertaining to me. You know what I'm saying? Certain shit makes me chuckle. Mm-hmm. But it's like, goddamn, man, yo, people is on that shit all day. Yo, bro, do you know how many fucking forwards I get a day in my inbox of like different memes and videos from just different friends and family members, etc. And it's like cool. It's like, yo, I wonder, like one of my uncles, man, he like, yo, he religious about it. He sent me this nigga sent me 10 things all at once, and but I've never gotten a call from, yo, man, did you see that meme I just sent you or that video I just sent you? Like, why was it important to you?
Yeah.
Therefore, why is it important or should be important to me? And then it's like, nigga, do you even know if I'm reading these shits? Probably not. So therefore, like, but that's the timetable that they on. But it makes me sad. It makes me sad to see like people my age or older with attention spans like my son. And I love my son to death, man. I love him to death. But yo, he got a short attention span, but it's the era that he in. If I can't get a message through under 15 seconds, I can't keep slapping him in the head, because then I'm gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, like how do you engage? But more importantly, how do you engage in meaningful conversation or in meaningful relationships when everybody got the fucking attention span of a 13-year-old?
Because
40 plus.
Instagram and social media, TikTok, Facebook, Reels are 90 seconds or less.
God
right? Like,
damn.
If it requires any type of effort, there's a lot of individuals that be like, I'm not doing this today. And I've been there, right? I've been there. I will admit I've been spoiled by technology, and sometimes I need you to give me the short version. I ain't got it.
The Cliff Notes.
The Cliff Notes to the Cliff. I need the Cliffer Notes, right? Like I need the shorter version than that. And
like that's funny, man. I'm gonna keep the Clifford Notes. That's like the children's book Clifford.
Yeah,
it's 10 pages. Dude.
I need those.
I don't need the 50-page Cliff Note book. I need 10 pages, solid.
Yeah, like, and yo, I get it, right? But also, we were at the beginning of the technology generation where, we had dial up and we had to wait to get on. But like,
yo, you had to get the CD. Remember the CDs in the mail?
Yeah, you had to get them in the mail.
Juno CDs.
You couldn't download it from the internet. You had to get it, right? And so, but now you got to think about it. This generation, this is the popcorn generation. This is the instant on.
Literally.
Always on,
yes.
Instant ready. Like, wait, why do I need to wait? They don't understand the concept of delayed gratification. Like, I remember my nephew, we was doing something, and my nephew, he said it in a joking manner, but I had enough. And I just snatched him by his shirt. I was like, shut up. Wait. Everyone here is in line, and we are waiting. Shut up. He's like, I was just joking. Enough.
The wild thing is, man, in that case, you talking about a human being, man. I got an American bully puppy back in the fall named Suge. I named him Suge Knight. A bully for a bully or whatever. It's funny to me. I think it's funny. But hey, if it wasn't for Suge Knight, we wouldn't have Snoop Dogg, man. So motherfuckers, don't judge me. But yeah, I named him Suge Knight. But he's a puppy, man. He's 7 months old and 70 pounds.
Big ass puppy, bro.
No shit. And he doesn't see himself as 70 pounds. He legit sees himself as like, yo, I'm part of your wolf pack. So I'm gonna follow you wherever you go. I'm gonna be in your crotch. I'm gonna be on you. I'm gonna jump on you. And I don't give a damn about my weight. It's like, yo, man, you ain't a baby. You like a legit full-size dog.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care. But it's like, yo, when you have enough, you have enough. But it's like people are like puppies these days, man. It's like, I let him out in the backyard, man. I had to chase his ass down the woods, down to the road at the bottom of my house, man, through the woods and shit with one bootleg Croc that I had bought a pair of bootleg Crocs from Walmart and shit, because I got tired of cleaning off my sneakers that I was walking out in the backyard with them, so I bought some Crocs, man. I took the advice of my son, but they ain't really Crocs, man. They probably rocks or socks.
And that's why.
But the damn puppy takes off. Should take off. Chasing, like, man, I don't know if it was a squirrel. It might have been a squirrel, but it just caught me off guard. It's like 7 a.m, man. It's fucking 25 degrees outside. He takes off through the woods. I'm legit running with one bootleg Croc and a sock through the woods, through briars, through sticker bushes, or whatever, niggas call briars sticker bushes, man. That's what we call them. Okay, we don't call them briar bushes, we call them sticker bushes,
Yeah.
right? Man, I'm getting fucked up going down this hill, going through these woods, chasing a goddamn dog before he could go out to the road and get his fucking puppy meat smashed in, right? So, man, I get down to the road, man, this nigga done stop traffic, man, and this is a two-way road behind my house, man. He in the middle of that junk like, oh, I think I done fucked up. Like, yeah. So now I got to figure out how to get your big ass back up the hill. But, yo, humans are like puppies, man. They chase fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
And their attention span is gone, man. It don't matter if it's a bird, if it's a squirrel, if it's the geese in the air, if it's a loud noise. Yo, he be like Scooby-Doo when Scooby-Doo would either smell Scooby snacks or find out where the damn mystery was going down, man. His tail gets straight, his paw is up in the air, and he's looking straight ahead. But that's the attention span of human beings. Which is wild to me, because what I'm learning through training my puppy is like, yo, human beings, because their attention span's so short, they'll shit on you just like a puppy, man. Well, and this is what I learned trying to housebreak Suge, man. I learned this probably about a month and a half ago. When dogs walk in circles before they're about to use the bathroom, they're not really walking in circles to find a particular scent. In some cases, yeah, but they're walking in circles to try to find a north-south access. This is how God and nature work. They walking in circles to try to find the north-south access so that they know, like, okay, from a balance standpoint, when I take a crap, I gotta be facing south. That's why they walk in circles. They ain't walking in circles to try to, like, find the perfect, most comfortable spot. They're walking in circles to try to find that north-south access so that they can do what nature calls them to do, man. That's how God works. And it's wild to me. And it's crazy because, yo, human beings are a lot like puppies, man. And they go through like these cycles and circles. And yeah, they're going to shit on you every now and then. But it's like they're trying to figure out their north-south access to do the things that they need to do. And 9 times out of 10, they don't know that they're doing it. And they shit on you in the process, man. I say all that to say, like, yo, I done got shitted on a lot by people and puppies over the last 6 months. But Suge, that's my boy, man. That's my boy, man. Some how they got the Pooh Shiesty ski mask on, man. Some kid, I don't know if he was a kid or a grown man, he walked behind my yard with the Pooh Shiesty joint on and met Suge and took off and hit a 4.40 with a 70-pound puppy behind him. So, it's working out. But I ain't gonna lie, man, my foot still hurt from running through the woods with one goddamn bootleg Croc on and some footies.
Well, what did you learn from that?
Shit, man, I learned to get a goddamn e-collar, a shock collar. So now I've been training with the e-collar because, you ain't really just supposed to shock them because they don't learn nothing, man. You got to help them build up and understand what the collar means. So the e-collar that I purchased, it has like sound. So if he goes too far, he hear that beep. He like, oh shit, okay, I probably went too far. And if he decide, well, shit, man, I'm being bullied, I'm being bully-ish today, then he get the vibration. Or when he just take off and his ass is like, yo, he's 70 pounds, and when he run, it sounds like a fucking horse. So I'm like, nah, I'm not dealing with this shit. And I hit that shot, and I hit that his ass about faces. So what I learned through the process is like, oh, okay, I gotta meet you where you are.
Yeah.
I gotta meet you where you are. But the same level of patience that I would have in a human relationship, I gotta definitely have with my dog because he's a fucking puppy.
Yeah.
And he doing puppy shit.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's like, yo, I can't get mad every time he has an accident or he run off or whatever. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think my puppy broke up me and my relationship, man. Real shit, yo. Real shit. My ex was here the last time she was here, man. And this nigga ran off like randomly in the midnight, man. Like he was gone for 2 hours. He was gone legit 2 hours. I had chalked it up to the game, man. I said, all dogs go to heaven. I guess it's a wrap.
How did he get out?
No, he went to the back. I took him outside.
Oh.
And the dude decides, this is before the e-collar and the leash. And the dude decides, like, I don't know what it was that started him or what he saw, but he did not want to come back in. And I'm just like, yo, B. And then so the deeper out in the woods that I was going, and it's dark at this point, dude vanished. And I chalked that shit up. I like, well, I paid X amount of dollars for the dog. I guess the streets got him now, man. I went back in the house, but I'm pissed. She like, well, why are you mad? Blah, blah, blah. And I kind of snapped at her. Well, you don't take it out on me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yo, well, you ain't understanding context because the damn puppy that just ran off.
You're right. Right.
It ain't about you right now. It's about the goddamn dog and the fact that I've been putting my time, talent, and energy in this fucking dog. This nigga decided to run off like he don't know where home at. So I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit caused a big conflict, man. And that probably ended my relationship. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. But this the funny thing. And me being petty and us going back and forth, I go in another room, she in another room or whatever. And then now we beefing for real. I hit my neighbor up. I said, yo, man, the dog ran out, man. If you see him, just give me a call, blah, 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 blah. My neighbor hit me up like 2.5 hours later. He's like, yo, Kev, the dog outside. I'm like, what you mean the dog outside? The dog on the porch. Tried to run up in my house. I said, what you mean you tried to run up in your house? He said, yeah, man, scared the kids and everything, but he on the porch now. Open the door. This motherfucker sitting on the porch like he had just done a midnight shift, man. Nigga walk in the house like he was supposed to be outside. I'm like, well, shit, at least your dumb ass knew the proximity you was supposed to go. You know what I mean? God damn. But yo, you done broke me and my girl up, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Should have been putting me through a lot, man. But it's like a child. You know, I'm a little rusty having infants and toddlers and shit running around, man. Fucking my son, 13 going on 14.
Fair.
But it's kind of retraining me for the patience, man.
That's good.
You know what I mean? It's retraining me for the patience, but it's also giving me a level of understanding like, yo, man, I can only be patient but so much. And at the end of the day, yo ass a dog, man. So if you want to run through the woods, chasing some bullshit, you don't want to listen, you go out and get your puppy meat smashed, you a dog. I'm going to be sad for a little bit. You ain't a human. You a dog. And that's the cold reality of me. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, but so much I'm going to give you. At some point, I got to understand that you are a canine and I am a human. And hey, man, if you for the streets, good luck to you.
Sugar's for the streets.
Sugar for the streets. But you know, he coming around, man. He coming, but now it's like he extra clingy. He extra clingy because like it's me and him, and dogs think like, yo, this is a legit wolf pack. So wherever we go together. And this nigga follows me like a girlfriend. I'm sitting on the couch at night and he know it's bedtime. This nigga want to come up and say, scooch over and put his big ass beside me. Man, I'm like, yo, B, you do understand. Like, it's just space for me. Don't care. But it's kind of loving though. It's kind of loving a little bit though, Brother Jay, because it's like, oh, well, at least he rock with me. He know where home at now. But, you know, I can't say that for a lot of humans.
Fair.
You know, you were talking about something earlier about like, you know, the instant gratification, the instant access to information that's either fake or true. People create like this false sense of reality of what's real, man. One of the things that I think is real, one of the things I think is real is the fact that, yo, man, this nigga 45. For those of you who don't know, our former president.
Former person that held the title of president.
Oh, look, Ronald said, Ronald still ain't gonna call his name. You still treat him like Voldemort.
Person
he who shouldn't be named.
Yeah.
Our former president.
No.
And okay, well, the former person that held the position prior to the current president.
Yeah.
Who's deemed as 45.
Yeah.
Yo, got a real good chance of becoming president again. With 91 felony indictments, man.
Charges, not indictments. He hasn't been indicted on all of them yet.
Okay, well, charges. 91 charges, but you got maybe 45 or 50 in the feds, and you got the rest in the state courts all across the country, man, from sea to shining damn sea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
you legit still got a strong possibility of being the next president of the United States, man. And honestly, bro, it's a small piece of me. Just kind of like I've been watching buildings burn and bridges burn for a while now. It's kind of like, yo, I kind of want him to win.
Wow.
I kind of want him to win. That's the sad thing out of all the fuckery. I kind of want him to win just to say to America, "F you," because that should be a telltale sign that I could be black with a felony and still be president. I could be black with a felony and still get a good job that's paying me some decent wages. Because guess what? We got somebody in there that got a chance to have 90 plus felony convictions and still be president.
So
like it's nothing.
I hear what you're saying, and on the premise, yes. However, we all know different strokes for different folks.
Man, I get it. The black tax, man. You work harder, you work smarter. You gotta be the best of the best of the best of the creme de la creme de la creme.
Even if that person is allowed to occupy the office of which he used to occupy before the current president, there will be policies put in place to prevent anyone else from being able to do what he has done. There will be policies put in place to be like, yeah, I know he did, but he's not you, so you still not going to get this job because you got F's on your report card.
I at least need the mofos that's in Rikers to be able to get out on Rikers Island and go get a job on Wall Street.
It ain't going to happen.
That's that bullshit. See, that is that bullshit.
It ain't going to happen.
So to the point in the topic at hand of today, like Nikki Haley, man. Yo, I ain't even know Nikki Haley was Indian, bro.
She didn't know she was Indian. No, she knew.
Yo, bro.
She was trying to forget.
Yo, bro, for real. I ain't even know. And this is how I've been kind of in and out paying attention to what's going on just for like information, so I won't get slept on.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I ain't even know she was Indian until 45 was calling her by her government. And I'm like, Nimarata, who is that? Oh, that's Nikki Haley. Her maiden name is Renawa. Nimarata Renawa. Her parents are Punjab Indians. Right? But she says that America ain't a racist country. And that's the wild thing because, I'm going back looking at some past history of it. I was like, damn, she was kind of bad back in the day when she was Nimarata. She became Nikki and became something else. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then the crazy part is, like, she gonna make the comment that America ain't a racist country, but your father was a biologist coming from India, got a PhD from the University of the British Columbia, migrated to America, and the only job that you could get as a PhD in biology was at Voorhees College, my G. HBCU.
Yeah.
In South Carolina. And he worked there for 30 years and retired. What you mean racism don't exist in America or America ain't a racist country? If America weren't a racist country, your father could have been at Clemson or the Citadel or the University of South Carolina or any other college, mainstream college in South Carolina, but he ended up teaching biology at Voorhees College, man. The whole, bro, this the wild thing why, like, it's a fake reality. Like, we legit got the potential to have somebody with crazy felony convictions on his record still be president. But we know if that was us and the shoe was on the other foot, nigga, we it's some jobs we ain't gonna get with a goddamn misdemeanor. In some jobs we ain't gonna get with a goddamn protective order.
And I'm not surprised. None of this is shocking or surprising. Disappointment went out the window when they first elected this individual to occupy the White House. Like, and is this right? No. Does it happen? We see it happen all the time. Not on this grand scale, but we see people getting jobs that they are not qualified for or like shouldn't be given access to certain things. We see it all the time, and most times it's not because they have hue in their skin. There's the lack of melanin. It's they got the complexion for the connection, right? And we see it all the time.
But America ain't a racist country. But Nikki Haley's mother was a trained lawyer in India with a law degree. and couldn't get no job in America and had to open up a dress shop, my G. A dress shop.
And
You
she
a
is
trained lawyer.
content. She is content with perpetuating this home of the free, land of the free, home of the brave.
Man, you don't even believe in that shit. You can't even
Illustration.
get the
Couldn't even
third.
say it, I forgot it. Right, and she's okay with like this narrative. She's okay knowing how she was directly impacted. I got nothing, man. When I see it on the news, I'm just like, this. I can't even allow this to like absorb into my mental, because like this is a joke, bro.
It's a joke, but it's reality though, and I guess that's the reason I kind of want to talk some trash about it, because like, yo, at this point, man, I can't call you Nikki no more, man. I gotta call you Nimarata, man.
I'm not calling you anything. You want to know
For real,
why?
that's her government name, Nimarata.
I don't.
I'm gonna call her by Nimarata. Mama call her Nimarata. I'm gonna call her Nimarata.
She ain't gonna be around long.
But it's the wildest thing, because in one breath, in the same statement, you say America isn't a racist country, but then you say you actually experience racism. Like, you ain't experienced racism by what, six degrees of separation. You experience racism right in your own household, because the only job your father could get as a trained PhD biologist was at an HBCU in America. And the reason America has HBCUs in the fucking first place is because America is a racist country. Because if America wasn't a racist country, then me and you, we could rob a bank and get the F on our report card, do the time, and still be viable candidates for the most powerful office in all the land, Brother Jay. Get the fuck out of here, man. Wake up, people. It's too much TikToking, man. Like the joke is on us now.
The joke was on us when the person that became president, the person that occupied the White House after the Obamas vacated the White House. That's when the joke happened, right? All because they didn't want Hillary, and so now we have. Nope, let me change this. America has become the circus.
And Nimarata has said she said that she would vote for 45 again if he was the selected candidate. Like, yo, that's crazy to me. But at the same time, Nimarata, you had to change your name. You had to change your name and pretty much denounce your history from your parents. Yo, you ain't get to where you are off the strength of your bootstraps. Nah, you got where you are because your parents took that L. Hell, her parents probably darker than us. If they Punjab Indians, they probably darker than us for real. And you come into America in the late 60s, like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Like, when does TikTok become like, yo, that's cute versus that's what's real?
We're beyond that. TikTok was cute when it
Damn.
first started. Instagram was cool when it first started. Facebook was cool when you had to have a .edu email address. And now, like, I've heard someone use in an argument. Well, I saw it on TikTok or I saw it on Instagram and blah, blah, blah. That's what they're saying on Instagram. And so I said, so are you saying that you are hanging your hat on the fact that 7 people, of which you don't know, have claimed this thing to be true? Yeah. I said, okay. All right.
That's where we at. That, like, yo, Brother Jay, that's where we at, man. But that's the shit that I've been trying to just stay away from and try to maneuver around since the top of the year, man, because I just feel a certain kind of way. Like, I'm tired of, I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm tired of being like the voice of reason or the adult in the room.
That's why I stay silent.
Damn.
That's
So,
why.
yo, 91 felony charges, B. 91.
That's why I stay silent. There's no point in getting upset. Sometimes I got nothing to say. If this is the way the conversation is going, I know anything that I say is going to be so far above your frequency, you won't even be able to receive it.
Bro, one of the damn lawsuits that 45 got is he was found liable for sexually assaulting a woman. Like the court of law said, nah, you're being held liable for sexually assaulting another human being.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't hyperbole. This is fact.
And there is a large group of people who are okay with that.
Yo, R. Kelly doing 30, B. Hell, they got Bill Cosby for a minute there.
And they aren't the right complexion for the connection.
But America ain't a racist country though. Can R. Kelly get out? Can R. Kelly get out the feds and run for Senate? I mean, well, he said he can't read, so he probably can't do that. But at the same time, God damn it, if R. Kelly, if 45 get a shot, give R. Kelly a shot too.
No, I didn't say that.
I said it, man, because I ain't even looking at like the egregiousness of the crime that you've been convicted with. I'm just looking at, let's make this shit equitable, man. Like everybody that got an F on their report card and got the same hue as mine. If you got the discipline credentials or the academic credentials or whatever to do what the hell you want to do, you should be able to do it. If that's the case. But that proves my point that Nimrata don't know what the fuck she talking about.
Do any of the candidates that we're seeing?
Ah, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Because even Uncle Joe look like he need to sit his ass down somewhere, G.
We could have had Bernie.
Damn, Uncle Joe really.
We could have had Bernie.
Yeah, man, and it's cause like it's starting to look like yo, he needs more handlers.
I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
Yeah, man. But it's like, hey, one party, the hand slap to your face gonna be a little softer. You still getting slapped in your goddamn face. That's how I'm looking at this whole thing. But people ain't seeing the reality, man. Cause like I don't want to hear this shit come this November. Oh, we got to fight for the soul of America. Every black man, every black person, you need to get out and vote them, or get out and vote this, or get out and vote that. I think you need to get out and vote, and you just vote your conscience. Just because shit, I still believe like people died for us to vote, man. You know what I mean? I'm shitting on the people that came before me if I don't, but I don't necessarily have to subscribe to a particular candidate or their policy because shit, both sides. Uncle Joe, where is the 100% loan forgiveness for the cats that was Pell eligible?
Where is your left hand? Where is your right hand? Let's start there. Let's start there.
That's it. Where is that, bro? Uncle Joe, you want my vote? You want my vote, man? Where the shit you was talking when you was on the Breakfast Club?
Hey, listen, I need the loans to be no more.
Nigga. So yeah, man.
You ain't got nothing else to talk about until you show up in ways that you said you was gonna show up, and until then, we got nothing to talk about.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Uncle Joe walking around like he need to have all black compression socks on and Birkenstocks, man. Like that's how he moving right now, man. Like he moving like, yo, man, I gotta really feed you the Jello on Sunday afternoon at the senior oldie but goodie day.
With a GPS tracker wristlet.
A goddamn Apple tag on your shirt tag, nigga. And don't get me wrong, man. I ain't really about the ageism thing, man. But yo, sometimes you just too old to do certain shit, man. Like for real, when I hit shit, man, fuck that. When I hit 65 plus, man, I ain't really trying to deal with a lot of y'all niggas, man. I'm trying to chill, yo. I don't wanna be the voice of the people. I don't want to move y'all along, man. I want to be the OG in the corner talking trash and giving y'all some advice when you don't fell flat on your face. And I can say, yeah, I've been there. I don't want to lead y'all niggas though, man. Nah. I'm too old. I'm 65. I'm too old. I ain't got the same level of vigor in my system, man. See, that's my reality. That's what makes me happy, Brother Jay. To have a plan so when I'm 65, 70 years old, I ain't got to deal with niggas on their time and schedule. I deal with niggas how I want to deal with them.
That's why I'm quiet now.
Yeah, man. But that's the reality that we in, bro. And
It's scary.
on that note, Brother Jay, I ain't got too much else to really say, man. This shit been live, man. I'm just happy to connect with you and us getting back into the swing of things. And to our listeners, man, we trying, man. Lifing, but you know, we gonna still do what we do. That's it, man. Any parting words, Brother Jay?
You know, just tap into reality. Tap into reality. Pay attention to what's going on. Come out from the screen. Tap into reality. That's all I got, man.
And ladies, as beautiful as you are, man, leave the filters behind you, man. When I say my tap into reality is leave the filters behind you, man. Like, yo, because some of the filters, y'all looking like Michael Jackson in this joint, man. Y'all 5-6 shades lighter, 5-6 shades darker, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some filters giving y'all perms and you got natural hair. Like, yo, you got to chill, my G. You got to chill, man. Like, yo, y'all better than this. Y'all better than this, man. Tap into reality, goddamn it. Shit. Stretch marks are okay. Believe that. Little wrinkle, little gray here and there. It's all right. It's all right. It means you. Hey, you bringing your full authentic self to the party. Everybody want to bring their authentic self to the party too, Brother Jay. That's some bullshit. But another topic for another day.
Yeah.
Outside of that, man, I appreciate it. Definitely tap into reality. And on that note, you just witnessed another edition of the Game Recognized Game podcast with RLJ and Kev. I'm KEV, that's RLJ. And together we are the gentlemen advancing the melanin evolution, where evolution is revolution. Until next time, be light.
Be light.